All right, check out that badass truck. That's Mikey's. So we're taking out the bikes here. We're going to go and re-ride one of the routes that I made for the Adventure Bike Gathering. This is TMA, and we're going to follow that big fat purple line. The reason being is when I recorded, I forgot to make any notes whatsoever. And we've ridden so much in the last couple of weeks making routes through the Adventure Bike Gathering, I couldn't tell you where it goes. I can look at the pink line, but that's no fun. So we're going to go out, ride it, and follow the big fat pink line. All right. Nice truck, eh? Super sweet. Mikey! Whoa! That's pretty sweet. I've never seen that exactly. Oh, that's a big step. Mama. Look at all the happy dogs. We just stop and let them go by, of course, right? That's what you should do. So check this out. We're following the pink line going along. I like to navigate with north up. If you want to change it, you just hit that button on the top right and it'll switch to direction to travel up. I know we're going to come to an intersection here and we're going to have to keep right. See? That's what that looks like. I'm rolling away. Anyways, let's keep going. Okay, here's that intersection. We're actually going to be coming down from there. So if you're coming to the Adventure Bike Gathering and you're doing anything in Zone 1, which is Becker Mountain, which is where we're going, I want you to know you have to make it through this area. This is what we call a classic D3. It's a low D3. I'm going slow so you can see all the bumps. You can pick a good path, but picking a path is kind of important. So just know that. Otherwise, you should go on to one of the other zones and start with a D1 or a D2. Woo! Okay, one of the things you can do in our app is make lines different thicknesses. I made the one I'm following super fat. You can see I've scrolled out of the middle there, so just push that and it recenters me. That's it. So I'm kind of pointing the right direction. We're going to go west. That's west. Let's go. This here is really just like a D2. It's twisty, but it's smooth and easy. We're going to get into something much more spicy soon. Let's stop for a second. Let me explain how these tracks even got on my phone. So, I went to the GPS exchange. Found this adventure, said subscribe, and then that tells the computer, the website, to synchronize it to my phone. And then I went into my phone and said, make this track fat, because that's the one I'm going to follow. Really, you can just do it right here. See that eyeball there? The orange eyeball, yellow eyeball? That's how you make it fat. And then under settings, you can also choose how fat you want to make it. That's it. We've made it way easier. You don't want none of this downloading and importing and all that junk. Super straightforward. One of the things I try to do when I'm creating the middle difficulty routes and the harder ones is go hard and then a cool down and then hard again. So this is part of the cool down right here. If you're going along and you're not sure where the trail goes, just start going in a direction. If it doesn't work out, turn around. No big deal. Alright, things are gonna get a little spicier in here. So I might be on a 300 right now, but I've also done this on a 450, a 501, a 690, a 790, and once, and I wouldn't recommend it, on a 990. All this is fine. We're coming up on the crux. I believe it's within the next minute or so. Interesting little feature there. I did bring a group out here last year. It was kind of a large group, and this is the area that really caused problems for people. Here and what's right around this corner. It is easier than it looks. I know on film that doesn't look like much, but when you come around the corner and it's just all rock, kind of steep, it's scary. Here comes crux number 2. As soon as I go around the base of this stump. Once again, remember I'm on a 300, it's totally easy by comparison. Steep shot, ruts, intimidating looking roots. There, you did it! Way to go! This is really a super trail. I hope you guys get to come and play on it. The route overall is called, oh, what's it called? I forget now. Oh, got it going on. That's right. How's Mikey doing? Woohoo! Mikey likey. Every now and then, when you're following GPS tracks, you're going to see these straight lines. Doesn't mean the person rode in a straight line. It just means the GPS lost signal and then it reacquired it, so it draws a straight line. So I honestly don't know which way I'm going to go through here. We'll try one. I'm mapping it. I'll fix this track, but just trying to figure it out. Whoops. Now we're into Welcome to the Jungle. There's a bit of a steep bit. I did this earlier this year on my 690 when I had luggage on. The safest way to do it, if you're intimidated by this a lot, turn off the bike, turn the ignition off, keep it in gear, and just sit down and modulate the clutch and walk on either side. Like sit on the seat, use your feet on either side, and just open and close the clutch to work as your rear brake. It's fine. Okay, we just finished the repairs. The straight line is there. Now we're doing great. So I'll be able to go into the GPS exchange, swap out that little bit of basically code, track, to be more correct, and then save it. And the beautiful thing about the GPS exchange, it does not exist elsewhere, is that your phone will automatically update to the current version of the track. If you had downloaded it and put it on Gaia or your Garmin or anything like that, wouldn't happen. I'd say, come on back, get the new track, export it, import it, and you'd be like, Jesus, please, just get it right the first time. Tracks do change, right? Look at this. Maybe we'll fix this today. I've driven around it a couple times lately. What do you think, Mikey? Can we fix this one?
Can we fix it?
We can fix it.
Oh yeah.
If you're riding a 4, you got to be ready for these short, little, intense climbs. It's going to look easy on this dirt bike. When you're bringing your T7 up here, you're going to be making a whole bunch of racket. There you go. After a short stint on Welcome to the Jungle, we have a cool down, which will be by now much needed. And then we're heading back into the bush. Okay, I'm going to take you into this hidden little trail back here, which would be tricky if you didn't know that it exists. Alright, this is another one of those hills you don't want to get too much speed on. So I'm questioning, so I'm going to zoom in. I've gone off trail. No, I haven't. It just disappeared while I was zooming. It's fine. The lighting's probably terrible for you guys. We just hit the road. There's the road. Turn right or south. That's the way to go. Here we are on one of my favorite trails. Hot sauce on me chips. Considerably easier. I'd call this part of a cool down. A little bit tight, but it's easy. Which way to go? This one goes left, and look, we have another one with straight lines. Let's hope that my track today can be used to repair the old ones. So these routes are meant to be half-day routes on the adventure bikes and dual sport bikes. And it turns into about half the time on a little baby bike like this, because you can go fast, you don't get tired, you don't need brakes. It's fine. That's one of the reasons we're using these for scouting. Mikey can get away for 2 to 3 hours. He's on puppy watch right now. So we have to go out, ride a half day's worth of riding in 2 to 3 hours, including travel time. So it works out really well. Steep shot. Right on. Look at how amazing this is. Can't wait for you guys to come and ride it. Swear twisty, interesting. Then you come back, I'll see you at lunch, ask you how it went. If you want something easier or harder for the afternoon, then hopefully I'll see you at the campground in the evening, find out how the next trail went, make plans for the next day. Yo! Okay, there's your nice little cool down. Now we're going to come down in here, pretty well hidden trail, and there's a beautiful bridge down here. I highly recommend getting a picture of your bike on it. I highly recommend not falling into the river on your bike. With that 2 close calls, one on my 1090, one on my 790, I stalled it on the bridge. This is a really interesting section. I'm just gonna let the camera go. Here comes the bridge. Yeah! Stunning. And then a tricky little bit here. You gotta get around that stupid tree. There. Ta-da! Intersection. No idea which way to go. Oh, where are my tracks? Did I just screw up? Oh no, see, there's another straight line we're repairing. Boy, I had a rough day that day. I'm gonna go out, I'm turning right, and I'm gonna rejoin the line, and then we're gonna wrap this puppy up. A little bit of a tricky turn, just you wouldn't know about it. This is a little out to get off the mountain. A portion of Hartnell Road right here. That's it, we're basically done. So that's how to follow a line. I don't know if that was a good video or not. It's really easy. If you do BDRs down in the States, you need to learn how to follow a line. Some people like to do direction of travel up, which means the map spins and you're always pointed up. It's easier if you're trying to figure out which way to turn, left or right. The problem is, if you're using a phone for navigation, your smartphone is deeply affected by metal, the metal of your bike. And so your compass often doesn't work. So when you're moving, we can mathematically figure out which way you're facing by comparing GPS points, one to the next, right? But as soon as you stop, the little icon might spin. And it's because the metal in your bike or some nearby thing to your phone is pulling that compass around. So there's a little inside information for you from the app development end of things. Well, I hope you found this video somewhat helpful. How to follow a line. It's not the hardest topic ever, but that's the whole point. Getting tracks on your phone should be super easy. We've made it super easy. Following a line, super easy. Especially if you're not afraid of making the odd mistake. You just turn your bike around. Don't let overly complicated technology get in your way of going out and having fun and exploring new areas. Well, that concludes my coverage of Got It Going On. What a great trail. Solid D4, quite sustained. Lots of variety. I hope you guys love it. See you in September. Yeah.